the veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's feet. The pressure. Too much. And he goes down. That is Bradley Chubb. Tough to stop. He comes up with the sack. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
Well, after the failures of the 1st and 2nd down, you got to look now at your 3rd down call sheet. Every play caller has a section, must-have-it plays, critical downs. I say this one falls in that category, and we'll see what they have up their sleeve.
Go ahead.
Now, Tungo Vailoa on 3rd and goal. This is intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the 1st half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play, and it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the 1st possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll run it for the first time with Cordero Patterson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up. Like you can see, he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
It is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Fields. Shaheed with the catch. They gain 18 yards on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On first down, it's Harris. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Look him up on a second down and 8.
Here we go, son.
Another run here with Harris. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Pickens, first catch, and that's good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Fields from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Set to go now on first and 10.
Ready. Ready.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. A good push from the defense. They get him down back at his own 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go.
Go ahead.
You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now it's Tua. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. Third down coming up.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Dolphins first down. Here's Tungo Vailoa. That is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
Don't jump. Ready?
A first down throw for Fields. He'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth.
Quarterback knew the blitz was coming. You could hear him pre-snap communicating with the guys up front, but sometimes it's just the perfect defensive call, and there weren't enough blockers to account for all the rushers. He had to get the ball out quick, and thankfully for him, he got it out just in the nick of time.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Here we go.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Jalen Phillips that time in there for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Give up the middle to Harris.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Here we go. Right.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try, and he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
He's into space past the 25. And he's going to be taken down.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but that once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Here we go. All right.
2nd down, it's Fields. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Najee Harris, touchdown Steelers. His 12th touchdown of the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback, and I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Go ahead.
Now a first down throw for Tua. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Ready, shot.
Tua, give it to Achane. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back.
Ready.
Hill brought in motion. On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead?
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than they for a loss.
Third and long.
They're right here.
Throwing is Tua. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield. And
he will take this one across into the end zone. Come on, H.N. Touchdown, Dolphins. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Patterson now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
This drive begins with a run by Harris. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He was looking for George Pickens there, and now it's 4th down. That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Get set. Ready.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane.
What you love about these running backs, Mike, is that their confidence is that they can make every play a big play. But in this case, sometimes you have to know, all right, it's over. Cut my losses, try to get back to the original line of scrimmage and survive to the next down. But tries to make this play extended, takes a big loss.
A shotgun snap for Tua. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Don't jump. Ready?
Off the play action, here's Fields. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Fields. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Here we go. Stop.
Now Fields. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This a 57-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this 2nd half. Coming up. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Get set. Turbo 3, tick. Out.
On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Off the bootleg, here's Tua. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower development. Fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Ready.
Now Tua. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item one in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's 2. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
All right.
Tua. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Steeler 1st down. They run it over center with Harris. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. A pass taken in by Harris. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And this one is blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Tua gonna throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
early in this drive. They're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Thumbs up, ready?
Fields. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
Here we go, Scott.
Fields. Shaheed with the catch. A pickup there of 13. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Good.
To throw is Fields. This one complete to Washington. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 5.
Here we go. Go.
Fields now. And he's in. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Boswell now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Ready. Out.
Back to throw is Tua. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good night.
A run. Here's Harris. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, Scott. Good night.
Play action now for Fields. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack. You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Now it's Tua. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
13 yards on the play.
Here's Tagovailoa. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all. I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Here we go. All right.
On the handoff, it's Harris. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Harris again. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Here we go. Sit high.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he will work his way down inside the 30. A pickup of 6. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This a 44-yard attempt. He'd missed twice already, but this one goes through. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Mostert now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Here we go. All right.
A run with Harris.
Don't jump. Ready? Go.
They'll stick with him again. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
Here we go, son. All right.
They'll try the right side now with Harris. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
All right, come on.
And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. They'll toss it here to Achane. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Turbo 1, hide. Watson, Oscar. Ready, set.
Third and long. Here's Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on fourth and long will end up in a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here we go. Good. All right.
What just happened? Seriously, is that even a play? I do want to